Right, I'm just checking if we are live. I've got, just see, just see. Right, so we are live. I'm so excited. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. It's I'm so excited that this is day 2 of our Quilling Fun for Kids. Can you believe it? We've already done one when so many of you actually joined me on Monday, and today we're going to do the second one. Can you believe it that it's for kids? I mean, I have had so much fun working with the first one, and now it's the second one. In the first one, if you remember, we made so many little cute critters, and today I promised that we're going to be doing something really exciting, something really colorful. So before I show you what we're going to be doing today, I'm going to take a moment to introduce myself. So I am Tina Gajjar, and I am a paper quilling artist. What's a paper quilling artist? Well, paper quilling artist is just quilling. It's just taking lots and lots of thin strips of paper like this and rolling them, curling them, and manipulating them and making them into pretty little shapes. And I have so much fun doing that. Now, I hope you guys, you have children or children have joined me this morning because it's going to be so much fun and so exciting. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you step by step how you can make a rainbow. Oh my God, I did tell you guys we're going to make rainbow today. So here we are. We're going to make a rainbow just using thin strips of paper. Now, as you all know, adults, they all go to school, work, to offices and stuff. And I used to be like that. I didn't always used to be a paper quilling artist. I was also a businesswoman. I used to go to office. I used to manage people. I used to be on the computer all the time. I used to be on the phone and working all the time. Then I had children. I thought, I don't want to do that. I want to play, have fun with my children. And that's what I did. So I became a paper quilling artist. You can be a paper quilling artist. You can be any kind of artist that you want. All you've got to do is just put your creative mind to it. And you know what? We are all creatives. So as you all know, your mummies and daddies are working today. Maybe from home, maybe they've got to go out to work if they're one of the key workers, if they're in NHS, if they're, doing deliveries, if they're working in stores and stuff. They are the most important people allowing us to live a normal life right now. So you as children have to be really responsible. And I'm here today to show you what you can do at home working with little strips of paper. I have so much fun doing it, and I really hope that you do too. So on Monday, when I did my first live, if you hadn't joined me, we made this little froggy. Isn't he so cute? And this was all made out of paper. Can you believe that? And then we also made this little minion. He is so cute. This, I didn't realize that his name is Bob, and he's just such a cutie. I loved making this little minion. But today we're going to make rainbows. Now, we've had a lot of rain lately, haven't we? Yesterday was just raining all the time, but what comes after the rain? A rainbow. And so I made a rainbow. You can just sit on your table like this, or you can hang it from a window. You can put like strings on these two little clouds, and you can hang it from the window or from the ceiling. You can even make mobiles out of it. And there's loads and loads and loads of different ways you can make rainbows. I made this very simple one using thick strips of paper. When I made the froggy, I used very thin strips of paper right here. Okay, but today I'm going to show you how to make rainbow using thick strips of paper. Now, if you don't have the strips, don't worry about it, because you can always go online on my website where there's a free template. Get your mummies and daddies to go on my website, which is www.vinchart.com, and you can download that template, cut it with a pair of scissors, and you can have lots and lots of strips to work with. If you don't want to make all the strips, you can also go onto the same website and you can buy them if mummies and daddies want to. But today I'm going to show you how to work with very thick strips of paper to make a cute little rainbow like this. Are you excited? Now, There's different ways of making rainbows. So I made this using the thick strips of paper. But you can make rainbows like this, which is the template that I have on my website. This is done by using very thin strips of paper. Can you see that? It looks really, really nice. I've used different textures on here. I've taken lines and little swirls and little curls to make this rainbow. What you can also do is make rainbows like this, which is using just one type of curling, which is a loose coil. And that's what I want to show you today, how to make a loose coil. Last session, I showed you how to make a tight coil. Tight coils make really, really tight coin-like things, but loose coils are really nice. They're very detailed. You see? It's just beautiful. They create such a lovely texture and just so easy to make. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, but first, what you're going to need are strips of paper in all the rainbow colors. So we're going to need violet, indigo, meaning dark blue, light blue, green, orange, no, it's yellow, orange, and red. So violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. I hope you have these. If you don't worry, you can always buy them online, or you can even color those strips yourself. You just got white paper, take your markers, take your coloring pencils, take your paints, and color the paper and cut the strips. It's as easy as that. You don't need anything else. Then you're going to need some glue. I have this regular glue that I use, which is PVA glue, which is great to use. What you're going to need is a pair of scissors or clippers, and you're going to need a pair of tweezers because using twirls and curls and coils can be quite fiddly, so you need tweezers to hold them. What you're also going to need is this little tool. Now, in the last session, I showed you this pink tool, which has a little slot. This is ideal for using thin strips of paper, but when you've got fatter strips of paper, what you want to use is this slightly longer tool, which allows you to hold this entire strip without it curling away and getting all bent, okay? We're going to use a long slotted tool today. You don't necessarily need to use a tool. If you don't have a tool, you can always use something like this to curl your coils. Okay, so here we go. I hope you're excited because I am super excited to make this rainbow. Right, so I'm going to dip this camera, but the rest of you are going to be fine. So I've got people on Instagram that have joined me. Thank you so much for joining me. I've got people on my Facebook, and I've also got YouTube. So if you guys haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and do that because I'll be uploading lots and lots of different things on my YouTube channel that you can go away and you can watch and you can work with me together. So we're going to make this little rainbow. It's so cute. I'm so excited. So for that, what we're going to need are a bunch of strips. Like I said, we're going to need purple strips, blue strips, green strips, and yellow, orange, red, and white. We're going to need white to make the clouds, okay? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take this purple strip and a dark blue strip. Where's my dark blue strip gone? Where's my dark blue? I'm going to put this dark blue strip here. I have got lots and lots and lots of strips that I work with all the time. And I have them in different sizes. It's just so much fun. So violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. And we don't need the rest of the strips. We'll need white ones later. So for now, I'm going to put these away. Okay. And what we'll do is we will take the purple strip first, and we're going to use the entire purple strip. These are 30 centimeter long strips, and these are made out of the normal printing paper that we have. You can buy them in any art store, or the normal white paper that we use for photocopying and printing, and you can just color them, okay? Cut them into 1 centimeter strips, and what we're going to do is for each of the strips, we're going to make them slightly shorter. So if this is 30 centimeters, the next one, we're going to make it about 28 centimeters, Yeah. Can you see? You've got the purple one, which is longer, and then you've got the darker blue, which is slightly shorter, and then you've got the light blue, which is even shorter, and we've got yellow. We're going to make it slightly shorter as well, and orange, I mean green, we're going to make that short. Oh, I've lost my sequence. Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange. Here we go, and red. Okay, I think, let's see, have I got them all right size? Make sure each of the strips is about 2 centimeters shorter than the previous strip. Okay, so there we go. I've arranged them all, and do I have the right size? Oh no, my yellow is a bit longer than the green one. Okay, so, and the orange is also a bit long, and that's about it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue. Remember what I said? I use the normal PVA glue, or I put them in a little cube that I make. Okay, so we're going to take the purple first, and this time around what we're going to do is join all the strips on one side, all the same side. Put them all together very slowly. Put a little bit of glue on the edge and stick your color on there. And the next one, if I'm making mistakes in my colors, which I normally do, let me know. Drop me a comment saying, Tina, you're making a mistake. Okay, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. So now I've come to the red. And now all my colors are joined together. Okay, quite nicely. Can you see? All of them are nicely shaded and they look nice just like this. There's just one more thing that we need to do to create the rainbow. And that, what we do is we take the shortest one, which is the red, we put the glue on the red, and this time around we're going to take the orange and stick that together. Okay, even though they're shorter and different sizes, when you put them together, they create this nice rainbow shape that we've got here. Okay, that's what we've got, and we love it. We love rainbows. I love rainbows. I love colorful stuff. You know, you make these rainbows, what you can do is you can even make them into mobiles. You can have them hanging on your window. You know, right now, everybody has rainbows on their window, right? So you can do that. You can make lots and lots of these paper rainbows and hang them on your window. Wouldn't that be so much fun? Now I've stuck all the strips together, and here we have our rainbow. Look at that. You can just keep it held like that. Isn't that fun? We've made a rainbow. Now what we need to do is make the clouds that go underneath it. And how cool does that look? To make the clouds, it's very easy. And this is a technique that I haven't taught you as yet. So to make the cloud, what we're going to do is we're going to take our white 1 centimeter strips. Okay? The white 1 centimeter strips and the tool that I just showed you, this one, we're going to put the strip inside the tool. Now, if you remember, or if you watch my previous tutorial, you would have seen that I was using a pink tool and we were creating really tight coils using the tool. Today, we're not going to make tight coils, we're going to make loose coils, okay? So the loose coils are slightly loose. They kind of like spread apart, tight and joined and stuck together, loose, and they like spread apart. And I love that. They look really, really nice. And there's lots and lots of things you can do with loose coils. So I'm going to take my tool and I'm going to put that into, hold my strip inside the tool. So there's a little slice. I'm going to put that in here. And I'm going to, oopsie daisy, and it slips off every so often. This part can get a little bit fiddly. So if you can't do it, one of the adults to help you, and it's okay. So what I'm doing is I'm actually curling this to make a coil. And when we make a coil, if you remember from the tight coil, just kind of hold it really tight. For this one, you don't hold it tight, and what you do is you either curl it all the way to the end, so you've got this tight coil, and now you just kind of let it loose on your hand, or you can just put it on your table and it will just uncurl. And when you uncurl it, I've got hair on my face. When you uncurl it, it becomes big like this. Can you see that detail in here? Yeah, that's how it comes out, and it's really, really lovely. Then what I'll do is I'll take a bit of my glue, have it at the end to seal it up so it doesn't become completely open. I don't want it to open up completely. I want it to stay this shape. And I've made quite a few of these. Okay, so I'll show you that one more time, how to do it. It's so exciting. So your tool, oh, wrong tool, this tool, put your strip inside your tool and gently curl it. Roll it, you roll it, and you keep on rolling. And I love making songs because I have a 3-year-old little girl. She loves to sing. And so I'm forever singing. I love singing. In fact, I used to sing when I was a kid. I remember that. I still sing. People say I'm a good singer. I don't know. So now we've made a coil, lovely little coil, and we're going to stick some glue inside it, not too much. Remember, when you use too much glue, your hands can get really sticky. And if your hands are sticky, they're going to get stuck on the paper. When they get stuck on the paper, you can't make pretty things, you can't make beautiful things, they'll become a huge mess. Make sure that you keep your hands nice and clean and use a cloth like a wet wipe. I have a wet wipe. I have it with me all the time. Use a wet wipe to keep my fingers nice and clean and not sticky all the time. Now we've got 2 coils that we've made, and now what we're going to do is we are going to assemble the clouds that are at the bottom. They are so easy to assemble, and look at this. This is wibbly wobbly. You know what? Looking at this, it reminds me of the slinkies we get. How many of you have played with the slinkies? You put them on the staircase and you drop them and they drop again and they drop and they keep going on the staircase. That is just cool. I used to love playing with slinkies, and I don't know if you guys know those slinkies also are rainbow colored, aren't they? A lot of those slinkies are rainbow colored. So let's go ahead and make the cloud. Let's get started. This is so much fun. So I'm going to drop this camera again so you guys can see on YouTube. Okay. And I hope you guys on Instagram and Facebook can see me. Right. So I have a bunch of these coils that I've made beforehand. Hi, Elaine. It's so good to see you online. If you've just joined me, do say hi. If you can see me, if you're having fun, give me some hearts, some emojis. That would be great. So now we have all these different sizes of oils that I've made. And the easiest way to make a cloud is by taking one coil, just one coil, and anywhere on the coil, what you do is you go ahead and put a little bit of glue. It could be this glue that I showed you. It could be this glue. This is just literally PVA glue that I've put in my cone, which I find really easy to use. Hi, Smitty. And what I did was I took 2 coils and I stuck them together. Now you can see we're already making a rainbow cloud. And what I'm going to do now is put a little bit of glue on both of these coils. I'm going to take another random. You don't have to keep on looking for shapes or sizes. You can pick any shape, any size, and just stick them together to form a cloud. Right, so here we have, I've put 3 of them together. Right, we're going to take some more glue and stick it on this side. What I like to do, what I did here for this one, was I took 3 coils at the bottom and I put 2 coils at the top, and that made the smaller cloud. Okay, so I've got 4 coils so far that I've joined together. I'm going to put the 5th coil by putting glue on both of these. I hope you guys can see properly. I'm going to just stick this on right nicely. Okay, once that is done, there you have your little cloud. Isn't that so easy? Even you can do this at home. If I can become an artist, so can you. Okay? If you want to learn more about what I do, how I make these things, feel free to join my Instagram page or my Facebook page or my YouTube channel where I've got lots and lots of stuff. But what's even more exciting is from next month, i.e. May, I'm going to be running workshops, 6-week workshops where you can have one-to-one training with me on video, because we can't actually go and see each other and we can't meet anyone because we're on social distancing. So we'll do it on a video call, and I can teach you how to make so many things using the quilling technique. And now we've made one cloud like this. If you want to make a bigger cloud, you can always go ahead and add some more coils onto it. Okay, so here's my slightly bigger cloud. Maybe I want to make it a little bit bigger. I'll put another coil, not too big, slightly smaller one on this side. There we go. And that's my lovely little cloud. Now, how do we go ahead and make that into a cloud rainbow? Easy, 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 easy. Anybody can do this. So remember, we made this using the 7 strips of 1 centimeter strips, all different sizes, okay? And it can sit here by itself, but we want it to sit inside the cloud, okay? So I've got one cloud that I made before here, and I've got another cloud that I made just now to show you. Did this guy come apart? Yeah, it did. Maybe I didn't glue it properly. This is important. So when you're gluing these pieces together, make sure you hold them. Remember I said about the using tweezers? Maybe you need to just use the tweezers to give it a little tug so it sticks together nicely. Okay, so here I have my little cloud, and you can have it this way, you can have it that way. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. You can just go ahead and have fun. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is one end of the rainbow that I have here, I'm going to put that on this side. That's just the side that I decided I wanted to have the rainbow, or maybe on this side. I think I'll put it on this side. To do that, what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of glue in the middle of the 2 cloud fluffy things. I'll just slide this part inside it. Very gently, don't push it too hard, otherwise it will flatten. Remember, this is paper, and paper can be squashed really, really easily. So you've got to be careful, you've got to be gentle. Use your baby gentle hands, or your gentle, gentle hands. Okay, and now we've got one side of the rainbow done, and we're going to stick the other side together. So, look, I got a bit of piece of paper stuck on my glue. Remember what I was saying about having clean fingers in clean areas? Use a cloth. I didn't use a cloth to wipe my my glue tube. So glue tube, that rhymes with YouTube. Wow. Okay, so I put a little bit of glue on here, right there. And what I'm going to do is the second side of the rainbow, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. Using your tweezers, if you remember, stick the end together. Okay, I'm just pressing it very gently, and there you have your rainbow cloud. Now, what did I do? I did a bit of a boo-boo. What did I do? No, I didn't. It looks fine. See, even adults make boo-boos. There we go. And now we have a cute little rainbow that you can just do whatever with. You can sit this on your table. You can Yeah, you can sit this on your table, you can put this on your windowsill, you can put strings on the clouds and let them hang from your window or your bedroom, or you can make lots of them and have them all hanging around in your bedroom. And just imagine when you're trying to go take a nap and all these little rainbows are around you and the wind blows. Ah, the bliss! That wouldn't that be so amazing? Okay, so we've made the rainbow. What else would you like me to show you? I showed you how to make the loose coil, which was this. And what else did I show you? I showed you how to stick lots and lots of strips of paper. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through the process of what we did to make this rainbow. We took 7 strips of paper. Can I count? That's 7. That's right. That's 7 strips of paper. We took violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. 7 strips of paper. They were all the same size, and what we did was we cut them all slightly shorter. So the purple was the longest, and then the red, which is the final one, was the shortest, and then different sizes in between. We stuck all the ends together, and when we stuck it together, we came up with that shape, didn't we? And when we did that, we were able to just hold it like this, and it was gorgeous. It looked like a rainbow. Okay. Then what we did was we took some white strips of paper, and using this tool, we created loose coils. Anybody remember how to make loose coils? Oh, Shobna, thank you. Your kids are loving doing this. Didi, thank you so much. Oh, Nikita, thanks. So we did, we just put the strip in here and we rolled it together. And once we rolled it, instead of holding it tight and gluing it together, what we did was we removed it from the tool and we just let it loose. When we let it loose like this, it becomes a nice loose coil. Now, one thing I wanted to show you about the loose coil is if you glue it together like this, if you glue it together like this, what you can do is actually make them into different shapes. And by different shapes, I mean you can make them into teardrops, you can make them into leaves, you can make them into eyes. So I'm going to show you how to make a teardrop. By teardrop, I just remembered, you can actually make raindrops with this. So I didn't even think about this before. So I've got the coil in my hand, and using my finger and my thumb, I'm going to pinch it very slightly like this. And now we've got this like raindrop, and maybe you can make lots and lots of these raindrops and have them hanging down underneath. Oh my goodness, why didn't I think of this before? So I'm gonna do that. So excited. Little teardrops. And they can be your raindrops of the rainbow. Maybe you can stick this little raindrop here and another raindrop here and another raindrop here. Right. How exciting is that? You can do that. The other thing I wanted to show you, and I think I've forgotten that. No, I haven't. But with the rainbow that you've just made, you can either have it sitting on a table or hanging from a window or from the ceiling. You can actually stick it on a card like this. Okay, and most of you will ask me, Tina, how do we go ahead and stick it on the card? It's so flimsy, it's so wibbly wobbly. How are we going to do that? So I'm going to show you how to do exactly that. How do you stick a rainbow on a card? And maybe you can just write a little message on here if you wanted to. You can do that. So to do that, if you remember from my first video, I told you when you're working with glue, always use a plate, a sponge, something to wipe your fingers with. Do not ever put glue on the table. Use a mat. I have my fun, happy Santa plate that I use. So I'm going to use this guy to do some gluing. Here I have some glue. I'm going to pour some glue into my Santa plate. A little bit of glue, not too much. Make sure you don't use too much glue. And then I'm going to use a card. Where did my subway card go? Oh, I lost it. Let me just quickly go grab a card. So I've lost my subway card, but I do have a hotel card. I used to do lots and lots of traveling. When I was working in offices, I used to work with airplanes. And then I used to go flying around everywhere around the world and stay in hotels. Well, we can't go to hotels right now, can we? Because we're all on social distancing and there's bad buggies outside, so we have to stay indoors. So now I have these hotel cards, lots of them that I've picked up from everywhere around the world. And I've just used that to spread my glue. Now, you don't want too much glue on your plate, otherwise it becomes quite blobby. Who remembers Mr. Blobby? Okay, so I've just spread the glue about, and now I'm going to take my, what are these things called? Paintbrush. I'm going to take my paintbrush and my card, just a simple old plain card. When you're gluing things on anything, you make sure you're not using plain paper. If you use plain paper, it'll go winky wonky. You don't want that. You want to use nice thick card so it doesn't go winky wonky and it looks really nice, pretty. Okay? Use a card, take your rainbow, okay, and using your, make some tidiness space here. I don't like working in messy areas. Okay, so got it nice and tidy. Using my, I'll dip this down so the YouTubers can see. Using my paintbrush, I'm going to put glue, just dab a little bit of glue on all of my pieces. Okay. What we don't want to do is spread it. If you spread it, all the loose coils that you've created are going to go all messed up. Okay, so just dab the glue as I'm doing, just pat, pat, pat. Remember, pat a cake, baker's man. One, yeah, so you just pat, 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 glue. Nikki, you remember Mr. Blobby. That's great. See, that's so good that the kids are loving it. I'm so glad you were able to join. So now what I'm doing is I'm putting glue on rainbow strips very gently. Again, dab, 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 not too much. That's why we spread the glue first on the plate so we don't have too much blobbiness going on. Okay, and once you've put the glue on, can you see I don't actually have a lot of glue on my rainbow. It's upside down, but I don't have too much glue, and that's why when I'm teaching or when I'm making my own creations, I make sure there's very little glue, and you can hardly ever see any glue in when I'm creating my things. And now with the glue side on the front, take your rainbow and just gently place it on your card. Yeah, place it like so, right there, and using both your hands, just gently press it down. Not too hard, otherwise you will squash that rainbow. So just very gently press it down. And there you have your rainbow. Okay, I've not done it perfectly, but I'm sure you can do a lot better than me. And if you do make this at home, do send me a picture of it. I would love to see this. If you want to send a picture of what you've created at home, go ahead and email me on info@gajjar.com, or you can get mummies and daddies to take a picture of it and message me on my Facebook or my Instagram. Wouldn't that be great? I would love to see what you make with quilling because I love to quill and I would love to see what you guys do with it. Okay, so now we've made the rainbow. Did you guys have fun? I hope you did because I certainly did. What am I going to do with this rainbow? Maybe I'm going to go ahead and hang it on my window or maybe my daughter's window. But if you guys have had fun doing this, and if you enjoyed it, do join me on Friday, which is going to be my last tutorial for the kids special. Unless you guys want me to teach you more, then I'll do more. Friday is going to be my last one. And if you want to join me, it's going to be Friday at 11 o'clock on my YouTube, my Instagram, or my Facebook channel. So go ahead and join me on Friday. And somewhere up here on YouTube, you'll see a poll. If you want to know something special, if you want me to make something special, like maybe a heart, maybe balloons, maybe letters, maybe names, anything that you want me to make, go ahead and put the poll, click on the poll up at the top, and I'll make sure that I show you how to do that. Okay? Right, I think that was playing funny stuff on my Facebook. I hope you caught that. So Friday at 11 o'clock, right here on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, you can catch me, and I'll be so excited to show you what you guys want to see on Friday. Get onto my website if you want to get the download of the template of the rainbow that I made here, or this rainbow, or if you want to download the template of the strips that you can make at home. Remember, you can make the strips at home. Just print the paper, color the paper, cut the strips, and make lots and lots of them, and go ahead and have fun making these rainbows, because I sure did. You guys have a wonderful Wednesday. Go outside because it's raining. Do stay indoors. Don't watch too much YouTube. Don't get on the iPad, but do have lots of creative fun. Love you all. See you on Friday. Mwah. Have a fun one. Bye bye now.